Welcome back to Pro League, everybody. It's time for our second match of the night. Another great one coming at you guys. CJ Endis versus Generic Green Wings. CJ was on top last round, but this round they're down at 7th place.
Yeah, pretty surprising how poorly their start to this round has been. Here's a look at them now. It's a damn strong lineup, man. Just haven't been finding the traction. A pretty big upset in that last week. They did lose to MVP with some snipe builds. Yeah, that departure win over Hero, never forget.
And Youngwa's win over Hero as well.
Yeah.
Our first matchup today, Bbyong versus Terminator. We'll see how these two match up against each other. I feel like most people would favor Bbyong here, but Terminator, never someone to be underestimated. He's actually had some impressive wins and big upsets in his career. He's also the guy who just never fully disappears. He's always in Challenger. He's like always lurking around in Coda.
Yeah, he's a lurker, man. He just hasn't found that consistency yet. Bbyong, he's had a lot more consistency, a lot more bigger wins than Terminator, and I definitely gave him the favor going into this one.
And I feel like CJ has a big chance today. Like, they're up against great players, but they need to bring their A game. Like, they can't have Hero lose again. He just can't. It just can't happen.
That just can't happen, man.
Just simply can't happen.
He's been the ace player for this team for like over a year now. He can't be dropping games to Departure and Youngwa.
And then lose today in his match against Rogue, and then have to play in Star League. I mean, the guy's mentality would be quite shaken, I feel, if he loses to Rogue today.
Yeah, if he loses today, like, he's in a lot of trouble against someone like Dream coming in Star League.
Yeah, so Bbyong versus Terminator, Sora versus SOS or PvP, our first one of the day. Biel versus Maru is going to be the best match of the night, I think, for the second matchup at least. And then Hero versus Rogue should be a good one as well.
Should be a lot of fun if he gets to that. But wait and see. Bbyong versus Terminator on Coda to be the first one.
If Terminator is able to take that win on Coda, things could get pretty scary for CJ, because I can't imagine SOS and Maru possibly leaving this to be a 3-0.
Yeah, that is a danger right there. Bbyong has to win it so they get to Hero, and Hero's going to carry it to the ace. I'm definitely favoring SOS and Maru in the upcoming games, 2 and 3. So it's a pretty big one to lead it up.
Yeah, that it is, and I don't know, man. I feel like Bbyong should be able to take this. If Terminator wins this one, it's going to be a very scary road for CJ Endis. Now, it's going to be a rematch, of course, of the finals of the round 2, and it's the match of the two players tied at first place of the winners ranking. Oh, I didn't even realize that, actually.
It's true, isn't it? Wow.
So we'll see who ends up winning that match to take the lead. They both win the tie again.
네, 안녕하세요.
Hello.
박용 감독님께 공만점을
Good translation,
드리겠습니다.
Thank you.
자, 4주차에 들어왔습니다. 굉장히 중요한 시점이고 사실 3연승을 가고 있을
It's the fourth week of Pro League.
너무나도 중요할 텐데
It's a very important match for both you guys.
경기에 대한 부담이 굉장히 많으실 것 같은데 어떠신가요?
You have a 2-game losing streak right now. How do you feel about this match? The second match, we were dominated against our opponents in the third round. We're going to have to do well in the final few matches if we want to have a chance to advance to the playoffs. We're learning a lot from our losses. We're not too disappointed yet.
엔트리를 찾기 위한 어떤 그 기간이라고 볼 수도 있나요?
네, 뭐 그렇죠. 저희가 뭐 최종 보시를 가면 어차피 또 가장 강력하게 6명이 좀 해줘야 되는 상황이 나오기 때문에 저희가 약간 투자하는 라운드로.
In order for us to do well in Pro League, we have 6 players that have to play well.
보셨으면 합니다. 네.
We have a lot of new players that are playing well in the team house,
오늘 경기 결과에 따라서 3승 1패가 될 수 있고 2승 2패가 될 수 있습니다.
but we do not have much confidence putting them into the Pro League.
You don't have much worries, actually.
Worries, okay.
상대 테란을 혹시 예상하시고 하재상 선수를 엔트리 기용을 하신 건가요?
네, 뭐 사전에 재상이랑도 면담을 좀
Your decision
했었는데
putting Terminator in.
CJ 전에 유독
I talked to Terminator before the match today. He's very confident playing against the CJ team.
김준호가 됐든
Whether it was Bbyong or Hero,
없다고 워낙 자신감이 있어서
he told me he didn't mind playing against anyone from CJ.
네.
That was why we put him in first.
3라운드 역시나 완전한 전력 투구를 하실
A lot of confidence for a player who doesn't have the results to back him up yet.
Big
CJ랑
talk.
SK가 우승을 한 번씩 해서 저희랑 점수 차이가 좀 나요. 그래서 저희가 이번에 1위를 찍고 우승을 하지
SK
않으면
won the championship in the first round
4라운드에는 정말
and the second round.
So
생각할 수 없는
So they
상황이
basically have a lot of
생기기
work to do
때문에
to
저희는
catch
꼭
up
3라운드에서
in points wise since CJ was able to do so well in the first 2 rounds.
굉장히
that's
중요한
right.
라운드로 생각하고 있습니다.
네. 자, 두 감독님의
The third round is a very important round for our team.
경기를 부탁드리겠습니다. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
자, 바용 감독님 그리고
Thank you for that translation moonlight of
It wasn't the most rock solid translation, but I tried.
I did well.
I stumbled a few times. It's pretty tricky in the Korean audio. It's so loud.
It is. Now, of course, this first match is the momentum giver, but I really feel like it should be favored towards CJ Entis. And if they lose this match, the fear is clearly that they might lose the next 2 as well and end up being 3-0'd without being able to play that 4th match with Hero. Because Hero versus Rogue should almost be a guaranteed win for them in their minds, right?
It should be, but you know, crazy things have happened already. The last match says a lot. Yonghwa and Departure beating him, and everyone's going for Bbyong in this one. Makes sense.
Yeah, only Monday Caster says Terminator, and
I don't know, man.
honestly, I don't back him up on this one. There's just not enough. There's not enough information to say. The only information that you might even be able to go off was like the coach said he wasn't afraid of anyone on CJ, which isn't even enough. Like that's just words.
I would say that if my coach asked me how I'm feeling, it's just what you're gonna say, right? You're gonna be like, I'm scared. Don't put me in, but it's too late. I'm already in the lineup, so just let it happen. Close your eyes. Don't watch my games. I'm gonna lose it. You can't say that, actually, Wolf.
Never.
That's a bad thing to say to your coach.
Oh, of course, and he's gonna lose all faith in you.
You probably just never play again.
Bbyong this season 8-6 versus Terminator. This guy has played him 9 times, and he's 8-1.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready for anyone. Well, what about Bbyong, who clearly has your number 8 out of 9 games?
It's actually really funny that they played against each other so many times. So they both end up lurking around in like the round of 32 of these tournaments.
And here's Terminator. He's like, I cannot believe I told my coach that, and now I'm playing Bbyong.
This is his first game this season. It's got a very negative Pro League record overall in all seasons of Pro League he's played, but the guy is a solid Protoss. He does consistently make it to those earlier rounds of these tournaments. You see his name pop up a lot, but I mean, look at his average kill, 0.27. That's not where you want to be.
Yeah, I'm like looking through his latest stats, and like he lost to Gumiho round 1 of the Star League qualifiers. He lost to Jakshi in Gfinity.
He lost to Bly 2-0 in Gfinity. I just read that, man.
Hey, it happens, man. You got to travel for that one. That's a tricky one. But the last stat he lost to was to Life, 2-3. So he did take 2 games off Life. You know, that ain't too bad either.
Well, let's go into this first match and see which one of these 2 teams is going to get that momentum. In the yellow, the bottom right, CJ's Terran. It's Bbyong.
Oh, someone's birthday, 25 years old.
You're
too old to be a pro gamer.
It's Bbyong, I believe.
Bbyong, damn. He's been around a while. Top left for Jin Air, the Terminator.
Wait, I don't know if that's Bbyong's name. Actually, a Sky High.
Sky High. All right. Well,
I
Sky
knew it
High
was a
looks like-
Terran.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a new GG girl, I think.
she's new.
She's a new one. I like her.
I like all of them.
I really like her.
Ooh, 50-50.
Whoa!
On the dot.
Damn.
I don't think we've ever seen that yet. because I can't remember one if we have.
No, I can't remember that. Not a perfect 50-50.
Well, that's pretty rare. That's a pretty big split in these two, but I would say neither of these players are very popular in Korea, although Bbyong really should be. He actually had like such an incredible year last year.
Yeah, he's a great player, great Terran player. He's one of the ones that sits in the back though. He's kind of overshadowed by Dream and Mario and some of the other players. He's not the one that everyone's like goes to Pro League to watch.
Right. Terminator is known for being funny, especially when he goes in these group selections, for example. The amount of begging he did and some of the performances he gave.
You'd think someone named Terminator would talk a lot of smack, but I don't know about begging. It's kind of disappointing.
A little bit funny, though. I can understand why the Koreans think he's funny. I mean, for Korean cultural perspective, he is quite hilarious in his interviews. But the thing is, being funny isn't what counts when it comes to winning.
No, not at all, man.
Gonna make your opponent laugh and then like run Hellies to his base or something? No, you can't do that. That's not how Starcraft works.
No. If only it was.
On ladder maybe, but not on TV.
Ooh, engineering bay block.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bit annoying. That's why the process makes zealots, though.
That's why they do. It's gonna be a pretty healthy engineering bay by the time that zealot gets down there.
He canceled it for a second too.
What?
And he still doesn't know, so he might cancel it again if he's doesn't check. Okay,
that's kind of strange.
Oh,
yeah.
What?
Okay.
He didn't cancel it though, right?
No, he didn't cancel it, but it's delayed.
I mean, it's almost 100% built this eBay too, so that is going to be pretty painful.
It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while.
So funny if the SCV just started building a
We're seeing
refinery.
reactor Reapers, by the way.
Oh wow, yeah, we are.
Yeah, we called that one a bit late.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's kind of sexy.
We've seen Gumiho do this before.
I think it's going to do a bit of damage because everything's going to be in the natural for a little while longer, dealing with this engineering bay.
Yep. And when you get 4 Reapers out, if he commits to that, you can actually kill a Stalker.
I think he must be going to Marines behind this, right? Maybe not.
Let's see. He's got enough gas to make 2 more.
No, factory. Okay.
Only Gumiho would go 4 Reaper here.
Only he would. But it's enough to kind of put him out of position and go for some real damage. There is going to be a Stalker out in just a moment.
It's going to give him some really good scouting regardless. He's going to come in here, see all the pylon positionings. Probably should get at least 1 probe.
What can he go for? 3.
2.
2, all right. Gets him out alive there. Ooh, 4 HP.
4 HP still alive. Ooh, could even actually catch this Zealot on the watchtower.
Yeah, fairly easily, actually. I'm liking this build from Bbyong already.
It's really cool. It's quite flexible as well, especially with the eBay block.
It's going straight into the early drops as well behind it, because you did get that gust pretty early on.
It's like, okay, so I'll spend some temporary money to block your Nexus. So you spend 100 minerals on something that's going to eventually get you a Nexus that's delayed, and then I'm just going to kill it because I have Reapers out. And then I'm going to have Marines at home, and I'm going to transition into factory play. And
Double
pretty cool.
You might see like a quad mine drop or something cool as well. That would just be icing on the cake. Ooh, he's going to get a nice scout on Twilight. Robo.
Sees the Robo is delayed enough to where his Widow Mine drop. Be able to get something done here.
Still a little while away on this starport finishing up.
Yeah.
It should come out around the same time, I think. But if he's got 4 mines to use, he's going to create some havoc just the same.
It's going to be a DT drop at the same time coming out here for Terminator. Didn't expect to see that.
Wow.
This is a cool move. It might just be simply because he knows his Robo was scouted that he wants to switch up his build because it's something. Right now, Bbyong is probably thinking, oh, okay, blink, pressure, let's get ready for that. Let's get some bunkers up, but maybe some late turrets. eBay is on the way now, so it's one thing he's got going for him.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of time before that DT shrine is up, so here we go. Medivac on the way. Just about finished in 4 mines waiting.
How much energy does that Mothership Core have? I'm really curious.
It has about 160, so almost 2 photonova charges.
Okay, so with this Observer and at least 1 Nexus Cannon and a few units out, you should be able to, minimize the damage. They'll take some damage no matter what, even if it's just a probe pull.
Yep, probe pull does a lot of damage in itself, and we're already seeing turrets go up, or at least 1 at the front, so DT is not going to find much work unless it's through the back door.
Okay, here
we
comes
go.
that boost.
One,
Mothership
two,
Core's in
three,
position.
4. Wakey!
Oh my god.
Oh!
Oh my god. 12 kills to start.
12 goes down. That is insane damage. That should never happen.
Where's the observer?
I don't think he even has one.
He has it, but he sent it across the map. He sent it back for a second. There it is.
Yeah, it was in the natural.
He almost got a second shot off on one of these mines.
Yeah.
DT is shut down. Right now, Terminator could not be more behind.
No, he is taking critical damage already.
Second drop of 4 Widow Mines is on the way. That turret is coming up in the main base.
Oh, it's a little late there. He's going to have to commit a scan to this.
He doesn't have any scans, actually. Oh, he's not targeting the SUV. Okay, there he goes.
Oh, that's 2 DTs as well.
He's doing a lot of damage. There's the first scan. He runs it into the scan. He's actually going to escape with that, but the turret will finish, which should shut this down. Meanwhile, let's see what that Widow Mine drop gets done. Here it comes.
Here it comes. Mothership's in place for it, but no observer for this one either.
Let's see how fast he splits this time. Okay, instant reaction this time, but still, so many Widow Mines. Forcing the probes gone.
Oh, you know what he did? He scanned to try and get that that observer. Still, he's going to save 3 of them. Not much damage on that medivac either.
Yeah, because the priority goes to the Widow Mines with that Nexus cannon, and he didn't target, so should be able to drop and get another shot off at some of those in the main base. There's only 5 Stalkers on the map, and they have to basically be all together to shut this down. And there they are, finally.
Yeah, they could all one-shot it together. So, got to be careful when it comes in for that second drop.
Well, this DT, if properly controlled, could get a few kills here. Couldn't get too many, though. They'll back off. 3 Widow Mines and a dropship. Might get some damage done here. It's going to be tough, especially if the Stalker's moving into position.
Yeah, the natural's the open one. But here we go. Stalker's out of position. This could do a lot.
Oh, my goodness. Not quite.
Almost.
Kills the observer.
Oh, that's it.
And the Stalkers are going to die as well. And more of the natural.
Yep, more on the natural.
Getting picked apart piece by piece.
Oh, man.
Oh,
So
he wants
much.
the observer, but he's not going to get it. If he had scanned just a second before, he could have.
That would have been insane.
The other observer needs to get back here. He needs to come right now.
This is critical damage. I mean, look how far behind he is already. He's down about 30 supply.
I mean, he cleaned them all up, though, right?
He cleaned them all up,
Okay.
so he's okay. But Bbyong in a commanding position right now. And these are just being pure mine drops, you know, no Marines or anything else, just massive amounts of mines being dropped.
He's up 20 army supply because of this. His Marines that he hasn't been using, he hasn't been trading, are about to have stem +1 and combat shields. And a boost again here. Medevac with 3 mines. Headed towards that base. That DT drop, I mean, he's been doing some light damage with this. It's definitely, he's getting something out of it. DTs have definitely almost paid for themselves, but it's the issue of defense. That's the bigger one here. He hasn't been able to repel these drops. Another one's going to come in right now.
Another
out
one
of position.
Completely out of position. And he's not
is
even paying
enough.
attention.
Oh my God! Oh! GG, ladies and gentlemen. 13 more probes go down.
GG indeed. It should be, but I'm sure Terminator is going to stick around for a little while longer. You cannot take that kind of mine damage again and again and again.
35 probes lost this game. 35.
Ulta mines. Ulta mines.
Every single one of them.
Oh, 2 of them to Reapers, but besides that, Ulta mines. Wow. That
No
should
third
never
base,
happen.
and this Terran army is about to strike like a sledgehammer to a watermelon.
Yeah, it's going to be that one-sided as well. Like, you could actually drop on top of this army and destroy it because 2 Colossus, 4 Stalkers, 2 Sentries, and a Zealot. That is easy to deal with this much fire.
Yep.
Completely one-sided, it shall be.
Splitting here, he thinks there's a third. He's like, we don't even have a third base.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I killed everything you had multiple times.
Good force fields here, though.
Not too bad.
He's going to have to do that dropping that you're talking about.
Yeah, he's got triple one way, 4 mines in the other, maybe looking for that natural drop.
Once he draws the army back, I think you're exactly right. There's a scan to identify where the army is. All right, here comes the drop.
Extra cannons on the way, and he's going to save his probes, but they're off the mine once again. And he goes down.
All right, well, this should actually be defendable with good targeting. These Colossi. And actually, he might end up losing a medevac here. He does.
Okay.
So,
not the killing blow he needed just yet, but the supplies just get bigger and bigger in disparity.
he kills that DT finally that's been harassing him as well. I kind of feel like if he just attacked at the front straight up and dropped over the force fields, he could have just taken a straight up fight. It's almost like he's trying to be too fancy with this.
Well, he could actually take his time at this point, which is something I would appreciate. I want to see him have fun from here. I want to see him embarrass Terminator.
And that's what SOS did to Keen last week.
Exactly, you know, and it also breaks the spirit. This is the opening game, so you know, let's have some fun. Let's destroy morale, and let's make a fool of the opening player.
Well, that's a funny thing you can do when you're this far ahead is you just like wait for him to leave.
Yeah.
You just don't kill him.
You just keep him on 2 base, make the army that he can never defeat, and pick him apart with like mine drops. Get drilling claws so the
Look how many cannons he's made here.
Yeah,
and he's still gonna drop on it.
Still gonna try. He's still focused him. He's gonna have to pull probes again at least. Oh, didn't find anything that time.
Yeah, you didn't get a single damage. I mean, the probes are still not mining for a second here, but otherwise, not too much. Another DT gets committed to, but only delays this CC slightly. Oh my god, that would be so annoying if you lost that probe.
That is such a small army, by the way. That is so tiny compared to what we see from Bbyong. Just a matter of time until Bbyong commits to that final blow. His army is ridiculous right now.
Yeah, he's finally stopped committing resources to Widow Mines. Those aren't...
Probably a good thing at this point.
He's not using them with his army, he's just kind of tossing them, hoping for damage. I guess he's going to wait for this base to get saturated before he drops that in. There's no cannons here.
Yeah, looks like it.
All right, well, he's actually maybe going to go for the natural instead.
Not many cannons in the natural, actually. Only one. Here we go. Might not be paying attention.
So stacked up, and no, he's not. Moonblade!
Wow.
It could have been worse, but I mean, 9 more kills is so significant at this point. He moves the Widow Mine out of the cannon's vision.
Bbyong's just taking his time, man. No rush.
Those 2 weak
It's like, well, I just keep doing way too much damage. This is actually silly now.
He sends those 2 weak medevacs back to, I guess, get repaired. And
that Viking count. 12 Vikings so far.
And 3 at a time. And oh, look at that.
What?
5 more kills.
Oh, man.
5.
How does this happen?
It shouldn't happen.
This shouldn't be happening.
Oh, what? Oh, okay. I thought this was like about to shoot right now. But he doesn't know, so it actually will. And it's going to do so much splash damage to these shields as well. Like, it's going to hit the shields. If it hits those shields before this fight happens, that could actually make a huge difference. 3 Colossi losing their shields?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that was close.
Just in time. Well, still more than enough Vikings to deal with him. Not enough anti-air with his army at all. Currently, sitting at about 7 Stalkers.
2/2 upgrades to +1/1.
7
so
Stalkers.
many Vikings.
Oh, man. Drop some mules. End this. End it with shame. I dare you, Bbyong. But he will not, because he knows he is shamed enough.
Shamed enough. GG. There you have it. CJ just taking that first win they need.
There we go, indeed. Yep, they needed that one, so they can get to Hero. Secured it from here. Let's see if Sora can do some work. Sora versus SOS going to be the next one on Echo. We haven't seen Sora in a while.
No, we have not. He played some good PvPs in the past. It was a matchup I always remembered him for. He also knew how to play out on really weird maps. Like, he played Maze really well. He played on Habitation Station really well back in the day when we had all this gold-based shenanigans. He's kind of like a map specialist, a sniper sometimes. Kind of like Hush, but a different version. Like, he's not just a PvP sniper. He's like he's got a plan for the situation.
Yeah, I remember once upon a time. Man, when was the last time I seen Sora? It might have been at WCG at like the end of 2013 or something. That's when I remember Sora. Besides that, it's been a while since he's really come out and surprised me.
Yeah, I mean, he had a great qualifier run in that tournament. That's where he got a lot of praise from. But in recent times, he hasn't been fielded very often. In fact, I think this might be like his first or second time this season. I'm going to take a look at that stat in just a moment, but we haven't seen a lot of Sora. We've been seeing more Hush, we've been seeing more substitute players. And that look on Terminator's face says it all, man. That was a rough game. Though SOS is a tricky guy in his own right. Likes the high bases, likes to keep you guessing. Does a lot of all-ins. Can't remember the last time I saw SOS play a straight-up game. Actually, I can. It was against Keen. He played straight up and destroyed him.
Yeah.
It was a Proxy Oracle build, but the follow-up was straight up. Proxy Oracle is pretty normal.
Pretty normal compared to a lot of the other stuff that we've seen SOS do.
Yeah.
PvP, on the other hand, a lot harder to get away with pretty these trickster stuff. And you can